Hello and welcome to Horizon TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Florani. Our top stories. Tinubu announces early achievement of 2025 revenue target, credits non-oil sector growth. Alias assent to Benue State Disability Rights Law, a landmark for social inclusion. Bridge on Shagamu Benin Road damaged, repairs on the way. In sport, Lagos and Edo lead medal race at Youth Games. On the foreign scene, Putin thanks Kim Jong-un for Ukraine support. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has announced that Nigeria surpassed its 2025 revenue target ahead of schedule, with August 2025 figures reflecting a strong performance driven largely by the non-oil sector. Speaking at the presidential villa during a custom visit by founding members of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change and the Buhari organization led by former Nasarawa State Governor Umaru Tanko Al-Makura, the president said his administration's reforms have stabilized the economy and restored confidence in the foreign exchange market. He explained that the next phase of reforms will prioritize expanding exports, creating jobs, and achieving food sovereignty through the establishment of agricultural mechanization centers across all regions of the country. The president also pledged to uphold the legacies of former President Muhammadu Buhari, revealing plans to immortalize him with the creation of a Buhari House. He further assured the delegation that former CPC members will continue to have opportunities within his administration. In his remarks, Al-Makura commended Tinubu's leadership, praising the government's economic direction and reaffirming the group's loyalty ahead of the 2027 elections. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, also lauded Tinubu's inclusiveness and statesmanship, noting his willingness to accommodate diverse political stakeholders across the country. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, has commended the Co-Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, for giving a new lease of life to the agency through the introduction of transformative innovations. The Secretary General of the Federation gave the laudation when the delegation from Federal Road Safety Corps, led by its Co-Marshal Shehu Mohammed, in company with the Executive Director of Federation International Delo Automobile Foundation, Saul Bilinskin, paid him a courtesy visit in Abuja. He commended the Co-Marshal for raising the bar with transformative innovations which have significantly transformed the agency. Senator Akume also commended the Executive Director of FAIR Foundation for his global efforts in preventing road traffic mortality through his advocacy and road safety enlightenment campaign. Speaking earlier, the Co-Marshal of Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, said the aim of the visit was to abreast the Secretary General of the Federation of the FRSC 8th Annual Lecture Series and to introduce the guest lecturer for the lecture, Saul, who has contributed immensely through his intervention campaign on road mobility safety and environmental impact. In his remark, the Executive Director of FAIR Foundation, Saul Billingsley, said the foundation is committed to partnering with government and civil society organizations to reduce road traffic casualties and improve sustainable transport. The federal government has restated its readiness to partner with both local and international companies in advancing the use of renewable energy to ensure sustainable power generation, reducing dependence on fossil fuels and promoting a greener environment. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, made the disclosure when a delegation from the KF Manufacturing Company, Guangzhou, China, led by its MD Bruce Zheng, paid him a courtesy call in Abuja. He emphasized that renewable energy is indispensable in achieving the administration's economic recovery and sustainability plan, stressing that Nigeria cannot afford to be left behind in the transition to clean energy. Senator Akuma assured that the present administration is doing everything possible to make Nigeria a business hub for genuine investors by making the cost of doing business simple. He buttressed this by acknowledging the economic policies of the government, which abolished multiple foreign exchange systems and multiple taxations, thereby raising the burden on small and medium-scale businesses. Speaking earlier, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, KF Manufacturing Company, said the company has observed that most of the institutions of government are not keen into the use of renewable energy, saying the company is ready to partner with the government to ensure they embrace the use of renewable energy, which is clean and safe. The Benue State Governor, Hyacinth Alia, has assented to the Benue State Disability Rights Law, making a historic milestone in the state's commitment to social inclusion and the protection of the rights of persons with disabilities. The law, which was presented as an executive bill, underscores the governor's unwavering commitment to ensuring that all citizens, regardless of ability, are accorded dignity, quality, and opportunity. The governor has consistently demonstrated leadership in advancing the rights of vulnerable groups, ensuring that the long-awaited aspiration of the disability community in Benue State is now enshrined in the law. The Bureau for International Cooperation and Development played a pivotal role in coordinating civil society organizations, Benue State, mobilizing stakeholders and creating an enabling platform for advocacy and consensus building throughout the process. A statement by the Information Officer, Julina Okain, said the achievement reflects the governor's vision of an inclusive Benue where no one is left behind. The signing of this law is not the end but the beginning of a journey to empower and protect persons with disabilities in the state. Hadiza Bala Usman, Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, has reaffirmed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration's stance on prioritizing the Nigerian diaspora following a strategic meeting with Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, Chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission in Abuja. The meeting focused on measurable outcomes with emphasis on enhancing diaspora participation in critical areas such as health, remittances, climate change, and trade to strengthen national development efforts. Usman stressed that President Tinubu's administration prioritizes quality targets with visible impact while urging the Commission to present specific programs and initiatives currently being implemented that may require greater visibility and inclusion in the administration's priority framework. Honorable Abike Dabiri advised that two areas should be given priority. These are the Diaspora Trust Fund and recognition of Nigerians tracing their genetic roots to the country through a DNA technology. The NIDCOM boss highlighted that the Diaspora Trust Fund will serve as a sustainable pool of resources driven by diaspora contributions to finance key national development projects. She further emphasized the need for a structured platform for diaspora returnees. The two Amazons commended the Nigerian diaspora for their resilience and excellence globally, affirming their collective commitment to delivering on unearthing the full potential of the diaspora for national development. In a landmark move aimed at transforming Nigeria's education landscape, the federal government has announced a comprehensive curriculum overhaul. The Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, and the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmad, jointly unveiled the reforms which are designed to improve learning outcomes, reduce subject overload, and align the curriculum with international standards. According to Boriwo Folashade, the Director of Press, Federal Ministry of Education, the curriculum reforms reflect an inclusive and data-driven process, incorporating input from a wide range of stakeholders. She emphasized that the restructuring is not merely a reduction in subject numbers, but a strategic refinement to ensure that students acquire relevant knowledge and practical skills for the 21st century. In addition to subject reduction, the reforms merge history and social studies into a new subject titled Citizenship and Heritage Studies. The number of trade subjects has also been significantly cut down from over 30 to 6, ensuring students can specialize in a trade area without being overwhelmed by options. Furthermore, examination bodies such as WAEC and NECO will now focus their assessment on core disciplines, allowing for deeper mastery rather than superficial coverage of numerous subjects. The National Business and Technical Examination Board will also play a pivotal role by introducing 28 well-structured trade programs to enhance vocational and technical education. The Honorable Ministers reiterated that these reforms mark a critical step in addressing the systemic challenges in Nigeria's education system by lightening students' workload and streamlining teaching objectives. The new curriculum is expected to foster more effective teaching and learning across all levels. In another move to strengthen the credibility and integrity of Nigeria's education system, the federal government, the West African Examinations Council, and lawmakers have joined forces to introduce computer-based testing for West African Senior School Certificate Examination. The Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, CON, reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to this initiative during a sensitization forum for members of the National Assembly Committee on Education in Abuja. Dr. Alausa described the computer base as a historic milestone in the nation's educational reform agenda. The minister commended WAEC for its sustained innovation and integrity over the past 73 years, highlighting successful digital platforms such as the Digital Examiner's Marksheet, WAEC Connect, and the Digital Certificate Platform. He emphasized that migrating to CBT will drastically reduce examination malpractice, improve transparency, and align Nigeria with global best practices. This initiative is in line with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, which prioritizes access to quality education, technological innovation, and inclusivity for all learners. The benefits of this initiative include faster result processing, enhanced security and environmental sustainability, and improved accountability. Stakeholders, including the All Nigerian Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools and the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, pledged their support while urging the government and lawmakers to provide the needed infrastructure for smooth implementation. The Kano State Police Command has announced a string of operational successes in its ongoing fight against crime, attributing the progress to the recently launched Operation Kukan Kura initiative. Speaking at a press briefing held at the Bombay Police Headquarters, the Commissioner of Police CP Ibrahim Bakari said the operation has significantly curbed criminal activities across the state by combining community participation and technical policing. The Commissioner noted that the initiative, which aligns with the directives of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Igbatokan, is anchored on community-centered policing. According to him, the operation incorporates kinetics and non-kinetic approaches designed to encourage public collaboration and proactive involvement in crime prevention. The Commissioner revealed that in August alone, the command arrested 107 suspects for various offenses, including armed robbery, drug trafficking, kidnapping, vehicle theft, and thuggery.
Operation Kukankura engages community as active stakeholders in policing efforts, leveraging their unique positions as eyes and ears of the police within neighborhoods. This approach, akin to community policing, has yielded remarkable results, particularly a significant reduction in thuggery-related crime, across the state. The steady decline in these crimes underscores the effectiveness of this strategy and the vital role played by community members in supporting its implementation. Within the month of August 2025, the command achieved notable operational successes, including the arrest of 107 suspects involved in various major crimes such as armed robbery, illicit drug trafficking, motor vehicle and motorcycle thefts, thuggery, and other social vices. A summary of this achievement is as follows: 8 armed robbery suspects, 8 suspected kidnappers, 3 human trafficking suspects, 14 suspected drug dealers, 2 suspected motor vehicle thieves, 6 motorcycle thieves, 5 suspected thieves, 61 suspected thugs, and those rescue 1 human trafficking victim. We commend our officers for their selfish service, even as we continue to remain committed to refining our strategies and leveraging community collaboration, technological resources, and operational capabilities to tackle any likely emerging security challenges.
We'll take a pause here. Up next are news stories from the build sector.
Attention, housing and construction brands. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Housing TV Africa, channel 149 on StarTimes, is your ultimate platform to shine. Whether you're a housing developer offering affordable homes, a building materials company, a mortgage bank supporting families, or a furniture, lighting, or interiors brand bringing style into every home, we've got you covered. Our crew comes live to your site, your showroom, or your project location, capturing your products, services, and your story in action. Real coverage, real people, real impact. And now, the exciting part, all of this is available at very affordable advertising rates. Yes, with Housing TV Africa, you can promote your brand without breaking the bank, while reaching millions of home buyers, decision makers, and investors. Don't stay hidden. Be seen, be trusted, be celebrated. Housing TV Africa, your #1 housing and construction network, on channel 149 on StarTimes. Call us today on 0916 500 0000 and let's build your business in the spotlight. Housing TV Africa, affordable rates, on-site reports, maximum impact.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa.
Welcome back. Glad to have you join us in Housing TV News at the top of the hour. Now to the build sector. On a breaking development, a critical section of the Shagamu-Benin Expressway has been compromised. The Federal Ministry of Works has announced an emergency intervention on the damaged bridge, assuring commuters that a swift and lasting solution is on the way. According to a statement from the Minister of Works, engineers have been dispatched to the scene, where a large puncture has appeared on the Benin-bound side of the bridge. The ministry attributed the damage of the bridge's age as it was constructed in 1981 and stated that a complete reconstruction of the deck is planned. While the repairs are expected to cause some inconvenience, the minister apologized to the public and promised that traffic will be managed to prevent gridlock. The ministry also took a moment to thank a content creator for bringing the issue to their attention. The minister emphasized that this is part of a larger plan by the Tinubu administration to fix over 30 bridges nationwide in 2025 alone, aiming to transform Nigeria's road infrastructure. Bayelsa State is accelerating the construction of a new 25,000 capacity stadium in Yenagoa as it rears to host the 2025 28th National Sports Festival. The state government has increased its efforts with around-the-clock work and new equipment following a recent inspection of its facilities. The stadium, which former President Goodluck Jonathan broke ground on in January, is a key part of the state's bid. The Commissioner for Sports, Daniel Igali, stated that the project is progressing rapidly with continuous piling and backfilling to establish a strong foundation. The goal is to finish the stadium by mid-2027. If Bayelsa's bid is successful, the stadium is expected to host up to 60% of the event. This will be the first time the state hosts the competition. The next edition of the festival is set for 2026 in Enugu State. In a move set to shake up the Lagos housing markets, lawmakers are pushing a new bill to finally bring peace to the city's notorious landlord and tenant battles. The proposed legislation, if passed, aims to tame everything from shady agents charging outrageous fees to landlords who use thugs for illegal evictions. The bill tackles the root of the problem by capping agent commissions, requiring agents to register with the state, and giving tenants a legal way to challenge unfair rent hikes before getting a boot to the curb. It is a major upgrade from the current law, which has been largely ineffective, leaving many tenants to face down 2 years advance rent and landlords who inflate service charges without any accountability. However, critics warn that a new law alone isn't enough for the bill to truly succeed. Lagos needs to create a specialized tenancy court to fast-track disputes and, most importantly, address the city's massive housing deficit. Without more homes, the new law could just become another piece of paper that looks good but fails to deliver. The bill is a step in the right direction, but everyone has agreed that to truly fix the market, there must be more housing, more enforcement, and more justice. The competition is heating up at the National Youth Games in Asaba, with Team Lagos and Team Edo battling for the top spot on the medals table. Both teams have shown dominance in their respective sport, with Lagos excelling in swimming and Edo in weightlifting. Team Lagos made a strong start by winning 7 gold medals in swimming, while standout gymnast from the team, Stephanie Ogechukwu Onosirike, a 14-year-old prodigy, won 3 golds, 1 silver, and a team silver, earning the title of Best All-Round Gymnast in Nigeria. Not to be outdone, Team Edo showcased their strength in weightlifting, securing 6 golds, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals. Other states are also making their marks. Team Akwa Ibom claimed 2 golds and a bronze in the men's 56 kg category, and Team Niger secured 1 gold and 2 silvers. As of Monday, September 1st, the medals table shows Edo in the lead with 17 gold, 5 silver, and 3 bronze medals, followed by Lagos with 10 gold, 7 silver, and 3 bronze. With many events still to go, the race is for the top spot is wide open. From the foreign scene, in the major development, Russian President Vladimir Putin has publicly thanked North Korean leader Kim Jong-un for sending his soldiers to fight alongside Russian forces in Ukraine. The two leaders met in Beijing at a military parade marking the end of World War II. According to the Kremlin, North Korean troops have fought heroically, particularly in the Kursk region. In return, Kim promised he would do everything possible to assist Russia, calling it a fraternal duty. South Korea officials estimate that North Korea has sent around 15,000 troops along with weapons and in exchange received aid, money, and technical assistance. This meeting is the third between the two leaders in 2 years, coming just months after they signed a new defense pact. The alliance between Russia and North Korea is growing stronger as both nations face international isolation. That's the much you can take on Housing TV News at the top of the hour. Before we go, a quick recap of our top stories. Tinubu announces early achievement of 2025 revenue target, credits non-oil sector growth. Alaya assent to Benue State Disability Rights Law, a landmark for social inclusion. Bridge on Shagamu Benin Road damage, repairs underway. In sports, Lagos and Edo lead medal race at Youth Games. From the foreign scene, Putin thanks Kim Jong-un for Ukraine support. For more news in the housing sector, subscribe to Housing TV Africa on YouTube and follow Housing TV on all social media platforms. Download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store to stay connected. I am Flora Ani. Bye for now.